If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
Bugs crashing your pack's party? Whether they've got paws or sneakers, your pack deserves a home that's protected from pests. That's where Wondercide comes in. Plant-powered protection made with steam-distilled natural essential oils that actually work. It kills and repels fleas, ticks, mosquitoes, and ants without questionable ingredients or overpowering smells. Safe to use around kids and pets when used as directed. Lab-proven to work fast. And proudly made in the USA. We offer sprays for pets, people, homes, and yards. Plus, spot-on treatments, collars, and even shampoos. Whatever your pack needs, we've got it covered. Founded by a pet parent looking for a better way to protect her dog Luna, Wondercide's now protected over 21 million lives and counting. You might have even seen us on Shark Tank. Go to Wondercide.com and use code WONDER20 for 20% off your first order. That's WONDER20 at Wondercide.com. Wondercide. Protect your pack with plant-powered Wondercide today.
This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Grainger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
KFI AM 640. It's Later with Mo Kelly. We're live everywhere. The iHeartRadio app. You know, I thought I was going to talk about one thing, and then all of a sudden, some Metro news broke.
I remember standing right across from me when the smelly vagrant lost his mind. I remember an old man pooping next to me on the LA Metro.
Just in case you are riding Metro today and think you are going to be home at a decent hour, no. And I mean Metro train, I mean Metro buses. Because the buses are now helping out the trains because there is a Metro train derailment. Where? Downtown. Basically effing up the whole Metro train and bus line. Kind of appropriate. It is kind of appropriate. If you're going to mess up, go big. Go real big. Well, Metro has been reporting significant delays. And, you know, if they reported a significant delays, it's probably worse than that. But significant delays on 2 train lines today due to a train derailment downtown. The northbound A-line train derailed at around 3 p.m. at the 7th Street Metro Center station. And after experiencing a minor incident, which they don't say specifically. Quote, the Los Angeles Police and Fire Departments assisted in safely evacuating all passengers back to the platform. It was not clear how many passengers. No one was hurt. No injuries were reported. But the delays, kind of like ripples, cascaded out to all the train lines. Because if you know anything about Metro Center, everything is there at Metro Center. And if you are throwing off one or two of the lines and you have to take those people off the track and then put them on buses, it is completely disrupting everything. So if you are on Metro right now, you're probably still on Metro and you probably won't get home before, what time is it now? It's 7:09. Yeah, you won't get home before Thursday. So just go ahead and sit back, enjoy the ride, and just wait. And eventually you get home before the week is out. That is LA Metro. We have some poop beach warnings. You know, people are still going to the beach as summer is almost officially over, but people still go to the beach. The weather is still gorgeous and the water is still dangerous. We'll tell you about that next segment. And we have a California DMV update. Imagine that. Have you ever had a personalized license plate? I have, the Vanity plates. And you have to go through this process where you have to let them know what the license plate is that you want. And then two things will happen. One, if it's available, they'll say, okay. Two, it's not available. You have to choose something else. But even if it's available, there is a review process. Like you just can't say, Mark Ronner kisses ass or something in 7 letters. Okay. You can't say that. You're not allowed to do that.
Thank God.
The censors probably won't allow it. I said probably, not definitely. But I'm going to, when we get to it at the bottom of the hour, I am going to give to Daniel, our video technical director, a picture of an Elon Musk-esque license plate that I saw just a few weeks ago. And I was thinking, like, how the hell did that get past the DMV censors? So it's really, really arbitrary. But at the bottom of the hour, I'm going to tell you about a woman who lost her vanity plate. In other words, she had it for years, but it was her own name. You think, how could that happen? We'll tell you about that at the bottom of the hour. And we told you about the silly things and dangerous things that people may have been doing on TikTok. We're going to go out to Orange County. And when I was growing up, we used to play Ding Dong Ditch. When I was growing up, we used to toilet paper people's houses. You can't do that anymore. It's very dangerous. I don't mean like dangerous in a kind of dangerous way. I mean very dangerous as in you're taking your life into your own hands. We'll talk about that. And Chris Woolsey's back. Not only is he going to talk to us about all things movies and the Watch Free Plus app with Vizio, but he's bringing some treats. I think he's like, I don't know. I think he just feels guilty for not coming to see us all that often lately because he's been so busy. And then he's going to bring us some food. So when I hear he's going to feed everybody.
There's only one way to make this right, and that is with those chocolate chip cookies.
I don't know what he's bringing. I don't know. He might be bringing those chocolate chip cookies. Those are very good. You know me, I can't turn down chocolate chip cookies.
No, those were world class. I like those. And judging by the quantity of them that I ate.
You and me both?
Yeah.
Hopefully. Oh, and we have a special gift. Hey, Tuala, let me know. Are we giving away these tickets tonight or are we just going to talk about it? What did he say?
He said he's going to talk about it.
Okay. Well, we're going to talk about your upcoming chance to win at some point in the future tickets to see the Temptations and the Four Tops.
All right.
At the Cerritos Center. Yes. Sugar pie, honey bunch. You know what? Never mind. Nick Poliokini's here tonight. I hope he's not bringing food as well, because if he does, he might have to get past Chris Woolsey. And, we'll have just a food fight out in the hallway.
We'll find a way to deal with it. Bring as much as you want.
Okay. I think Nick is here already as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's here.
Okay. And, when I woke up today, you're dealing with the normal news, and then there is the unexpected news. I was really, really, and this is not often, but I was really taken aback by the news of the passing of Robert Redford. I was not ready for that emotionally because a few months ago we had heard, if you were paying attention, that he said he was going to retire from acting. That didn't say to me that there were any pressing health issues. We just didn't necessarily know. No one really knows except for him and maybe his family members. But to get the news today that he had died in his sleep, that was just, that rocked me. That I wasn't ready for that. As someone who follows movies and has loved just about every movie he has ever been in.
You got a favorite?
I don't know if I have a favorite. I have a few favorites. And without giving it away, I know on Friday we will have named that movie called Classic, just Robert Redford movies.
We must.
But I don't know if I can sit down on just one favorite. There's just different performances. I mean, Butch Cassidy, Sundance Kid, maybe, it's up there. But
that's probably the correct answer.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. If I sat down and really started thinking about all of them, I don't know if anyone would eclipse that one, but that's the first one that comes to mind.
I think he chose carefully, but that's kind of the popular favorite. He had a string of really good ones.
And he's another one of those people I really would have loved to have interviewed. Never had the opportunity.
Right after Eddie Murphy?
Why is Daniel laughing at everything? Why is he laughing so loud?
I don't know.
That's not funny.
I'd see he would never laugh at your
Mark
expense
is
because
mocking
none of
me.
us would. None of us would.
Mark is mocking
No,
me.
I respect you too much for that.
No, it's up there. Definitely up there. And it doesn't seem like I'm going to get either, so it's all the same.
Yeah.
Eddie's still alive, and it still ain't going to happen. You know. But we have to talk about Robert Redford tonight, and we most definitely will talk more about him on Friday. But I did want to make mention of his passing and did want you to think that we in any way were overlooking it. It hit me hard. It was just one of those like, golly, he just had no idea that news might have been coming.
Yeah, it hit 51% of our household very hard, and I didn't want to have to be the one to break it to her because I saw the news before I went to bed, and I went to bed quietly, didn't say anything. But the long-suffering one, let's just say she's a huge fan of Redford, and we're in a period of mourning at my place.
I get it. I mean, I didn't see the news last night. I went to bed, and it's like one of those first news alerts you get in the morning. And yeah, I was not ready for that at all. But we'll talk about it a little bit later. When we come back, we have to talk about the poop beaches. And just in case you want to go to the beach, more fecal matter and bacteria everywhere. KFI AM 640 live everywhere on YouTube and the iHeartRadio app. We're back on.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
YouTube.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
And maybe you're a person who loves to go to the beach, where you want to get your last bit of beaching in before the weather begins to change. Well, I got to warn you, at least LA County beaches, they're just as horrible as ever. And I'm not saying it. I'm saying the LA County Department of Public Health is saying it. And here are the latest warnings, and we love to give you the warnings. These are the latest warnings, and they were issued because, say it with me, bacteria levels have exceeded health standards. Here we go. Avalon Beach at Catalina Island, 100 feet west of the pier and the swim area west of Green Pleasure Pier, just in case you're happening to go to Catalina Island anytime soon. Mother's Beach in Marina del Rey. The entire swim area is toxic in a bacterial sense. Santa Monica Pier in Santa Monica, 100 yards up and down the coast from the pier. Leo Carrillo's State Beach in Malibu, 100 yards up and down the coast from the public restrooms. I have no idea where the public restrooms are as opposed to the private ones. So if you see public restrooms, 100 yards up and down. Pico Kenner Storm Drain at Santa Monica Beach near South Tower 20. If you know where that is, I sure as hell do not. 100 yards up and down the coast from the storm drain. And an ocean water warning was lifted from Inner Cabrillo Beach or Cabrillo, depending on how you pronounce it. Let me just stop right there. When I was growing up, it was pronounced both Cabrillo and Cabrillo. Yes, I know the Spanish pronunciation of Cabrillo, okay? But, you know, it's almost like saying the correct Spanish pronunciation is Los Angeles. But we say Los Angeles. So growing up, people were saying Cabrillo instead of Cabrillo. So whichever you should say. Cabrillo Beach in San Pedro as opposed to San Pedro. It's better now. Santa Monica officials, in collaboration with the Bay Foundation and UCLA, they say they're taking steps to learn more about how Santa Monica's beach water affects water quality and the surrounding environment. But have you noticed that every time we give you a beach warning, Santa Monica Pier and Santa Monica Beach are usually in there? So obviously there is a connection. Hey, Mark, when was the last time you were in the beach, actually in beach water, ocean water? Childhood?
Maybe. It's been a long time.
Sam Zia, the sex doctor, when was the last time you were in ocean water?
A few months ago, I went to Hawaii.
Oh, how was that?
Lovely. It was
I bet the water's
absolutely
less
lovely.
poopy there.
Significantly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was it like blue green? See the bottom?
Yeah, you totally see your feet and everything. It's great.
Oh, wow. How long were you there?
I was there for about 4 or 5 days with the kids.
I've never been to Hawaii, so
you need to go.
I hear wonderful things about it, depending on the island.
Yeah,
of course.
Well, no, and every time I've been out there, I always come back. I'm like, I am so moving out there, and I never do. It's just one of those, unspoken fantasies that just got spoken, but never ever actually happens.
Isn't it more expensive than California?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And if you can make the money working remotely or find job working on the island, then great. But yeah, it's a buddy of mine, for example. I went out there a few years ago for his wedding, and he moved out there with his wife, whose family is from there.
God, of all the places I've never, what my wife and I should do is see if we can hook up like a maybe fly into Japan, cruise to Hawaii, and then fly back.
It's not bad. Honest to God, Japan is beautiful too. I love it out there, but Hawaii is, when you go, you're going to forever fantasize about going back.
Oh, that's a high bar.
Yeah.
That's a high bar because I've done some traveling.
Hit up Maui, hit up Kauai if you love just pure nature beauty.
All right, and the high tourist areas is like
Oahu, Honolulu, Maui to an extent, but Maui it's because there's a lot of fun stuff to do, but it's also pristine, beautiful.
Okay, all right, that's one place I have not been that I definitely want to go within the United States. I think I've been everywhere I want to go within the United States. I don't have any desire to go to Alaska. I've had the opportunity to go. I politely declined. It would have been on business. I said no, thank you. It was like in April of a given year, so the weather was going to be moderate. I still said no thank you. But I don't think there's anywhere else within the United States, lower 48 or anywhere else, that I have not been that I want to visit outside of Hawaii.
Yeah. No, it's worth it. Highly recommend it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to leave this earth without having visited Mississippi. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I have that on my resume too. Yeah.
Yeah, I have no desire to go to Mississippi. I've been to Louisiana, Arkansas, Alabama, Florida, Georgia. No, I'm not going to Mississippi. I don't think I've been to Kentucky. Been to Tennessee. Nashville, Grand Ole Opry. That was good. But that's about it. I've been to everywhere I want to in the United States. I don't know if that's true for Mark. I know he's been traveling everywhere too.
I miss traveling. I haven't done any since COVID, and we're dying to go someplace.
Is there anywhere in the continental United States or the lower 48 that you'd want to go?
Not really. I want to go back to the UK. I went to school in Scotland for a year, and I loved it so much that I have fantasies about retiring there someday, but let's not kid each other. Nobody's going to be able to afford to retire.
No. It depends. I mean, the cost of living in Scotland is probably less than the United States.
I can just fish for my food in Loch Ness. It'll be great. Yeah.
Well, you're the one who talked about retiring there, so I assume you've already worked that out in the equation.
I haven't worked anything out. I got nothing. I'll drop dead at this mic. So just prepare yourself for that moment.
Yeah, realistically, I'll probably spend the rest of my life living in the U.S. Depending if I were to come into a lot of money, then I would be an expat, probably in Spain. Probably, because I would love to retire in Barcelona.
Oh, you can buy essentially a castle in Spain for what you could maybe get a garage for here.
Absolutely. But I can't do what I'm doing now there. I mean, technologically, it's very easy to do. I'm just saying they wouldn't allow me to. I'm not Rush Limbaugh. I just can't broadcast from the house for the last 10 years of my career.
You have said a true thing. You are no Rush Limbaugh. I don't even know what that meant.
Let's talk about the DMV when we come back. KFI AM 640. It's Later with Mo Kelly. We're going to talk about those personalized vanity plates, what you need to do to get them, and just because you get them doesn't mean that you get to keep them.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI, Mr. Mo Kelly. We're live on YouTube and the iHeartRadio app. And if you've ever had a personalized license plate or vanity plate, you kind of know the process. It hasn't really changed much over the past 15, 20 years. There's a website, you can go to the DMV and try to put in your prospective plate, including spaces. And if it is available, what you would like, they'll let you know, yes, that is available. But it's not a guarantee that you will be able to get that. If you want to have a license plate of Mo Kelly 5, you can see if it's in there. And it's free, then you can proceed with the process. And you can choose the type of plate. If it's an environmental plate or a special plate where they have the old black plates with the gold numbers and letters, or you have it with the black plate and the white numbers and letters. You can get to choose the plate. But it's not a guarantee that you will get what you have requested, even if available. Because there is a censor somewhere along the line which will review the application and tell you yay or nay. And there is a woman by the name of Isis Wharton. And her license plate that she's had since 2022 is I am Isis. No spaces in between. IAMISIS. The DMV, as of right now, because Isis had already paid for her DMV renewal, and it was accepted, but then she received a letter last week saying that her license plate of I am ISIS supposedly violates state rules because it could be confused as being linked to the terrorist group ISIS.
Seriously, my friend Fatwa Smith had trouble too.
Did they try infidel?
No.
Stop. Tell Daniel to stop laughing. But my point is, ISIS has been ISIS her whole life. We haven't really talked about ISIS as a terrorist group since maybe the first Trump administration in earnest, okay? For it to be flagged now in 2025 does seem odd. You would think that in 2022, when she first requested the plate, it more likely should have been shut down then, because the rules really haven't changed in the past 3 years. We definitely haven't been talking about ISIS in the past 3 years. And I know I've had other friends who try to get some things which were clearly inappropriate to put on a license plate. They do look at every request. But I was driving down the street on the 110 Freeway North. If you on YouTube right now, you can see it. I was driving north on the 110, and I'm almost downtown, and this Tesla rolls by me with the license plate Musk Sucks, SUX. And I'm thinking, and this was prior to the story, I'm thinking the same censors which said you can't have I am ISIS. And I'm not saying that Elon Musk is a terrorist organization. I'm saying that censors for the DMV have always been pretty damn uptight. I'm surprised that they let Musk Sucks go through. And I'm showing you the actual license plate. Whoever owns it, too bad, so sad. You wanted it. You drove with it publicly. I'm going to show it publicly. But I was north on the 110, and this was like maybe a month ago, about maybe 2 weeks before I went on vacation. In a Tesla, it's like, it's obvious the point you're trying to make. You bought the Tesla. You don't want people to think that you're pro Elon Musk. So you got the license plate, Musk Sucks.
You can't really have it both ways,
right.
You know?
but only that, I would have never done that because that makes your car stand out even more. And I would think you're making it, your car specifically, more of a target if you happen to be an Elon Musk supporter.
Yeah, now you're really touching on something that occupies my mind, which is I want my car to be nondescript and unmemorable just in case of anything.
I'm in between.
Yeah?
I'm in between. I'll have a vanity plate.
Whoa, what do you got?
What was on Samuel L. Jackson's wallet?
No. No.
Bad MF.
I don't think so.
Well, look, I worked hard to get it. I was in the DMV for quite a long time.
Now serving B309 at window number 13.
Did for hours.
Now serving F913 at window number 37.
Sam, what were you going to say?
No, that's audio was about to put me to sleep. Usually that's what happens when I hear that at the DMV.
I hate going to the DMV unless I absolutely have to. And I usually have to end up going to the DMV for re-registration stuff. My license is going to expire on my birthday, so I have to go down there to look at the chart and prove that I can read some letters from 15 feet away, something like that. I'll probably go down like the week before and cheat and take a picture of all the letters and memorize them. I mean, I don't think I can go to jail for that, can I?
Well, at this point, anything's fair game. I mean,
That's true.
You could wind up in Alligator Alcatraz.
Yeah, criticize the wrong person.
There must be someplace closer, though.
Well, there's always Men's Central Jail.
Gator Gitmo.
Is that place closed or not? What's the final verdict on that?
I don't. Who can keep track?
I heard it was closed to let people go. Then they say, no. Filed an injunction. It's still open. I lose track of some of these stories.
Listen, Bub, the point is you just stay on the straight and narrow and you're not going to have to worry about it.
Well, it's not like my citizenship is going to change between now and then.
Well, it could.
No. How that I may be perceived as a citizen may change,
okay.
but the actual citizenship, that's not going to change.
Well, your argument's not with me.
I know. Sam?
It can stay open in appeals court rules.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I was half right. Not completely closed, but they're trying to close it. But going back to the story, I Am ISIS, it's not clear whether she will get her original license plate back. Me personally, I think she should have it because you told her yes for the past 3 years. The rules have not changed, and she's already paid. If you don't know, you're paying like an extra $40 to $60. I don't know what it is now for that vanity plate each year. So unless you're going to, I would say, look, you'd have to refund me for all the previous years. Because if it's wrong now, it was wrong then. Get something out of it for yourself.
Best one I've ever seen was one that just said poop.
I'm surprised that they allowed that person to even get it.
The censors let it slip. I was driving on the 405, the 101 405 transition, and the car goes by me, and I just see the license plate poop.
See, it's so inconsistent with what is considered to be in poor taste or unacceptable, or people may misinterpret. I don't think any license plate should have SUX on it. I'm thinking like that would never slip through. And then when you also put Musk, when you make it very specific and pointed, it may not happen again, but I'm saying I'm surprised it ever got through at all. When you're going to have a license plate saying Musk sucks. And this is where I agree with Mark. You are asking for more attention than I think you really want.
I really don't understand why you'd want to draw attention to yourself with a personalized plate. And it reminds me of a study done about people who wear loud underwear versus people who just wear plain underwear. They're distinct, different personality types.
I'm not so sure that those are the same things because
underwear, license plate.
I'm checking the volume on my underwear right now.
The license plate is for everybody to see. The underwear is basically for you and maybe one other person to see.
Well, you live your life, I'll live mine.
I'm just saying I don't know if those things are comparable. That's all.
I'm just saying that people who go out of their way to be extroverts like that tend to be just empty D-bags. That's all I'm saying.
What about this? What if you meet in the middle? What is it if you have boring underwear and a vanity plate?
Then you need counseling.
So what's the right answer then? You're saying if you have a vanity plate and loud underwear, there's a problem. If you have boring underwear and a vanity plate, that's a problem.
But you're probably smarter.
So if you have boring underwear,
if you don't feel the need to put on an ostentatious display like that, you probably have your stuff together a little bit, your poop together a little bit more.
Gosh, I feel attacked. Let me go check my underwear during the break. Wait. Say, hold on.
Hurry, Sam. Let's go to the news.
No, it's just basic black. KFI AM 640 live everywhere, the iHeartRadio app. When we come back, we're going to tell you about the dangers of playing kids games, or at least.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
The ones that we played as kids growing up.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Ooh, Later with Mo Kelly on KFI AM 640.
live everywhere, the iHeartRadio app and YouTube. We were all once kids. Some of us grew up. Some of us did not grow up. But when we were kids, most likely, we found ourselves engaged in hijinks, usually messing with adults, just being a pain in the ass. That's what kids do. I get it. I get it. I used to be that kid. I used to do a lot of pranks, some things which would be frowned upon today, without a doubt. Some things which were pretty dangerous even back in the day, and some which were outright illegal. I will admit that. But the things that we did, there was no social media, so it was just a function of us getting together and doing it. We didn't get it offline. We didn't get the idea from somewhere else. We came up with the ideas on our own. And one of the games that we would play, Ding Dong Ditch. Go up to someone's door. You bang on the door. If they didn't have a doorbell, not everyone had a doorbell back in the day. Or you would ring the doorbell like 5 or 6 times. Ding, 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 ding. And then wait for someone to open the door. You would maybe be 20 steps away so they could see you. And then you start running to see if you can get them to chase you. But the whole point was to get them out of bed or whatever to open the door. It was silly. It was stupid. But it was not likely to get you shot. These days, it'll probably get you shot. A version of that, especially in Orange County, is going around where people are kicking people's doors to the point of even damaging them late at night. And you can imagine if you kick on the wrong person's door late at night to the point of damaging it, you're probably going to send the message, even if it's misinterpreted, that you're trying to break in the house. And you might be met with a gun. And, Mark, there was at least one kid who died from this, right?
I think somebody got shot in the back.
Yeah. This is something, obviously, in today's world, you just can't do. And Orange County residents are being alerted, not necessarily warned, but alerted to be on the lookout or listen out. Just be aware that they may be kids in your neighborhood, young people who aren't necessarily trying to break into your house, not necessarily trying to vandalize your house, but they may kick on your door real hard late at night. And they're trying to let people know, to let their kids know not to do it. All I know is this is something I would do back in the 1980s. I would never recommend anyone doing it now, but we did a lot of stuff back then because neighborhoods were different. You didn't have, or at least where I lived, there wasn't the likelihood of someone coming out shooting.
No, times have changed, and the proliferation of guns wasn't nearly as insane as it is now. And I'll tell you what cured me of that. I did the same thing when I was a kid. Somebody in the neighborhood must have had it done to them once too often because they strung up a clothesline right at neck level. And after we rang the bell and ran, I ran straight into that thing. And I'm told that my feet came right up to the level of my head, and I had to be carried away by my friends.
So it was an effective deterrent?
That was the last time I did it.
We used to toilet paper people's houses all the time. And that included many times going into people's backyards, toilet papering trees in their backyard, toilet papering swimming pools.
I hope you combined that with some eggs.
No, we egged some houses.
Okay.
No. We most definitely did. We usually egged cars because we wanted it to sit out in the sun the next day.
Of course you did. Another top-notch bit of mayhem was just randomly kicking slats out of people's fences.
No, most of the fences in our neighborhood were like wrought iron, so there was no kicking slats out. But we would gosh, I'm not going to tell everything, but we would do a lot of stuff that would be frowned upon by law enforcement. Let me say that.
Well, statute of limitations. Come on, let it out.
Yeah, well, I know I told this story where we would roll shopping carts out into Sepulveda so cars would hit them.
Somewhat antisocial, but please keep going.
It's dangerous. I had some friends, I never did it, who went around blowing up mailboxes with M80s.
Of course.
Which is a federal crime.
But a classic.
But it's a mailbox. I'm trying to think of the other things that we did, which was straight up illegal. We put nails under people's tires, so when they drive away, they flatten their tires.
That's a little harder core.
No, well, it's not hardcore, but look, It was just the dawn of the video games age. We
had nothing.
Right. We were making up stuff to do.
We had Lincoln Logs and it's snowballs in the winter, nothing else. But I mean, for me, the joy of that was winding somebody up and getting to see it. It sounds like you had some timed release things that you did.
No, we had timed release. We also had this quartz beam. Like, you know how police have this like super flashlight on the car?
Uh-huh.
Well, we had one of those, and we would drive around and just flash people like that and burn their eyes out so they would hopefully chase us. My friend,
you want to get chased.
My friend at the time we had a souped up, fixed up 68 Camaro. It's like a I don't know, I can't remember the size of the engine, but it was a big block engine. And we would drag race in it, and we were just daring people because we knew no one could catch us. No one could catch us in that car. It was ridiculous. We were doing reverse 180s in the parking lot of Del Amo Mall.
Oh, the Rockford maneuver.
Yes, exactly that.
Okay.
Hey, Sam, get us the Rockford files, please, real quick. When you got a moment.
Sam's eating. He can't be bothered.
Never mind. Before the show's over.
You might as well just ask him for a rim shot while you're at it.
Chris Woolsey brought in some food for us, some shrimp and crab cakes.
Sorry, this is really good food. I'm sorry.
I had one of the crab cakes. It's really good.
He's focusing on what's important.
All I'm saying is I did a lot of dumb, stupid stuff, so I think I'm an authority on dumb, stupid stuff you should not do, especially if there's a larger likelihood of dying.
But yeah, in the spirit of events of the last week, nobody deserves to get shot for ringing and running.
No, not at all. It's later with Mo Kelly. KFI AM 640 Live everywhere, the iHeartRadio app.
KFI and KOST HD2, Los Angeles, Orange County. More stimulating talk.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.